I never got to meet my great-grandfather, Frank Rush. In fact, no one I know in the family did, since Frank died in 1934. I do know he was a commercial baker, and he left behind a few artifacts, including his handwritten cookbook. I'm boiling down and making Frank's recipes as a tribute to him and to other family members that we'll never get to meet. I'm Tom Mattingly, and this is Baking with Frank. All right, we are back. You see a little annoyance on my face. It's because I just tried to record this and the dog started barking. So, you know how that goes. Anywho, so today I had the great pleasure of doing some work with our wonderful Girl Scouts of Western Ohio Council. And they were kind enough to gift me some cookies, because we all know we love the Girl Scout cookies. But it also told me, hey, you haven't made a cookie in a minute and a half. So today we're making Frank's lemon cookies. So you see the recipe at the beginning there. That's a dog now choking on water or something in the background and whining. But we're gonna get started anyway. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is, let me look at my recipe here, cream together a half pound of butter and, half pound of sugar and a stick of butter. So I'm gonna do that, do the noisy part off camera so that you don't have to listen to it, and we'll come right back. All right, so now the dogs are having dinner and we're continuing with cookies. So into the creamed butter and sugar right there, we're gonna put 2 eggs. I've had these sitting out. Let me move the other bits over here a little bit. I know I just splashed things. All right, hang on. You better stay with me. All right. Good. All right, 2 eggs. Thank you, Friendly Restaurants International, wherever you are now. Going in. We're gonna give those a run, and then we'll put in the dry ingredients. This one's a pretty simple one. All right, so eggs are in. So that is half a pound of sugar, a stick of butter, and 2 eggs already in there. We're going to add to that 3/4 of a pound of flour with 1/4 ounce of baking soda. Give that a mix. It's always fun to work with the Girl Scouts. Mom was a Girl Scout, one of her prouder moments. Aunt Sue was a Girl Scout. I'm sure many of you were Girl Scouts. And if you weren't, maybe you should look at it. So it's fun to work with that group, to live a little bit more of Mom's legacy. And also we get to make these cool cookies. So let's give these a run. As that's mixing, I'm gonna add in, well, it was supposed to be 2 tablespoons, but you saw me spill it. So it's 2 tablespoons-ish. Let's put that up in there. Smells really good. I'm gonna crank this up a little bit to get it together. We'll be right back. All right, so we've got the oven preheating to 375. We're going to, let me turn this down here so you can see it. We're gonna take, well, come on now. That sounds like Baby Billy. All right, we're gonna take this and we're gonna scoop it out. And then we're gonna have cookies. All right, back again. So, we're gonna scoop these little fellers out and get them in the oven and see how it goes. I don't have a time on this, and I should note, if you noticed, Frank's recipe doesn't include lemon for his lemon cookies. So I'm making a guess on that. So, me fudging it really is par for the course. So, turn you down here while I continue to rattle at you. There we go. So these, I'm sure, could probably stand to be refrigerated a little longer. We're gonna see how this goes though, because what I know is, while they did have refrigeration in 1934, it probably wasn't as, let's say, advanced as it is today. So the notion of refrigerate this for X period of time because it's kind of a soft dough and, you know, all of that. I'm just kind of throwing that out the window. I also decided I wanted to move that one, so that's what you're seeing here. So, just gonna kind of flatten them out here. See what we get. So, you know, the Girl Scouts are much more than just cookies. They're also teaching girls who turn into great women leadership skills and organization skills and giving them self-confidence and so many other things. It's well beyond just the cookies. The cookies are the face that we see today that, you know, as those girls grow up and turn into entrepreneurs and CEOs and CFOs and leaders, all those skills come through. So, little plug for the Girl Scouts there, right? Lots of family that was in the Scouts. We love them. So, we're gonna flatten that out. And then, just for fun, a little bit of granulated sugar. In theory in my mind, it's gonna give them a little bit of crunch, unless they just become soppy puddles in the middle of the thing, in which case, it would be crunchy soppy puddles. So, let's see if I can turn this up here a little bit. Open this up here, in we go. I'm gonna say 10 minutes. I don't know if it's gonna be 10 minutes, but I'm gonna say 10 minutes. So in 10 minutes, we'll see. All right, so here we are coming out of the oven. Now I've looked at them at 10 minutes. They look almost done. I gave them another 2. So this is at 12. I think that looks pretty good. So we're gonna let these fellows cool off. I'm gonna do that quickly because, woo, hot. All right. I'll put batch number 2 in. And once they've cooled down, we're going to eat cookies. All right, here we are. Cookie time. Let's see how it goes. It's a really good thing I put that lemon in there. Because it needs probably 4 times that amount. Now, don't get me wrong. This is a really good sugar cookie, but lemony it is not. I believe, however, and don't quote me, I'm not a scientist, that the scurvy avoidance will still be in effect from what's in there. So, scurvy! Totally forgot. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, do all those things. My mom will love you for it.